Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Curse Upon the Torment. Tonight we're playing the module Curse Strahd, but it's changed, transformed, and we're playing the system.
What did happen last time?
I'll do it.
Okay,
I'll do it. So, fighting, killing. Lady Lydia, ha ha ha, got captured. Now I'm kidding. I'll do the legit one.
okay.
So, we went to the second floor to trying to find Lydia and the other, but we were not able to find them. Instead, we find kind of like a jail cell with some. Hold on, I need to turn down the music a bit. Jesus.
Oh.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
So we find some prisoners that were begging. I mean, borderline ordering us to kind of.
Well, this one person was.
Yeah, there's one. Get the key and trying to break them out. We found a pretty messed up room with like torture tools and both mentally and physically, like a picture of the Countess, but in a more devilish way. After not being able to find the ones we're looking for, we went down again and joined the big fight in the main hallway. And after a short while of fighting, I would say, after the side of Lady Lydia being kind of pushed back and lost, Lady Lydia finally came out to surrender. But Leo was able to catch that she's not doing this for the people. She's doing this to keep herself safe, and we were not able to find the information about the other from her, but she might be hiding something. After that, yeah, we kind of like helped with a bit with the aftermath. We were able to help Lady Factor become the new kind of burgomistress of the of Valaki. Yeah, of Valaki. Get some discount, get a free access, all that good stuff. Get a
VIP.
property. Yeah, get a property. Get the old Burgomaster mansion, actually. After a really long, tired night, we just went there and crashed. Yeah, just crashed down, half asleep. After a long day of fighting, like really fighting. like 5 or 6 fights. So has an interesting night though. Meeting with young Madame Eva. That kind of invite Soul to all kind of Vistani callings, like purpose or something. In a form of a silver goblet of some red liquid blood, and told so that okay, it was also that just like yo, drink this, you'll be good. So be like, hell nah, bro.
Hell nah.
Hell nah, yeah. So rejected was a glorious moment, and said that he will not kind of like he will not be a puppet to anyone. And the party wakes up, not to a new, Volaki with maybe a bit more happiness now, but immediately to 7 houses being burned down and several guards killed. And man, yeah,
Interesting.
we investigated a little bit, found one single Vistani corpse, and so that evidence alone made Lady Vapta kind of doubt.
Sus. Yeah.
Well, yeah, like doubt their relationship with the Vistani. Like they were supposed to have a diplomatic relationship, but now this happened. So that's why she kind of like asked the party to go to the Valaki camp to kind of investigate, kind of like be her spokesman and women. But surprise, surprise, when we arrive at the Vistani camp, it is burned. And burns. It's like several carts were kind of like pushed down the hill, and yeah, just not a fun sight to see. And that's where we left off.
Indeed. Thank you so much. Set the mood.
Hey.
Yay! I was cute. Woo. Ba-do-ba-do-ba-do. There it is. Here we are. Mayhem, blood, cries, and simmering anger in the air. Things that are starting to become a bit familiar to you now. It might be a comforting realization as you need your heads. But there's also a gnawing worry in the back of your mind of what all of this is really doing to you. Is turning jaded truly a good thing? Of course, Saul might take this slightly different than the rest of you. But Saul, what gnaws in the back of your mind is a strange clarity of a subtle but present rift. A small rift in your identity as a Vistani, to be exact. Still, family will always be family, a fact that no one can escape. So, with Aragal approaching, his knuckles straining across the Valaki guard mantle that he squeezes in his hand, a storm clearly visible in his eyes, seconds before he catches up to you, what is your immediate reaction?
So we'll just gasp. I remember seeing like the Valakian mantle, right? Yeah. I just look at him and say, "Oh, this is, huh?" And he'll look to the rest of the party.
Daphne will kind of speak up, just kind of like looking at this site and the site at the at Valaki, in Valaki. She was shocked but not surprised. Like she kind of like having some theory crafting and putting two and two together, but she was still decided to kind of speak up and ask, "What happened here?"
Isn't it quite obvious? And he throws like the mantle to the ground when he is at a comfortable distance from you. They always hated us. Now we just know to what extent.
Arigal.
Did you know anything about this? Anything at all? We've been cozying up to those Valakians for days.
Only this morning woken up to a bunch of burnt houses in the west.
That was a a mild response to what happened here. A mild one. Children are dead.
Oh, so this happened a while ago then?
Yes.
Well,
Uh,
the only thing
uh,
I can say is that yesterday, uh, all of Valaki was pretty occupied. I can hardly think of
But
anyone having the
someone
time.
had the wherewithal to send an army to harass my camp. When we were
army?
all supporting, well, who else could have done this?
Arigal,
Army?
listen to me. We were there yesterday. The entire gods of Valaki was fighting each other, neck to neck.
Well,
Do you think that they have enough
Evidently not
men?
all of them.
Do you have any clear evidence
Yes.
that they attacked you?
Witnesses.
Please show us.
He spits on the mantle in front of him.
I guess I'll pull out the mantle that Sol has on him that we took.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can I investigate the mantle? Like to
Sure.
see like how old, how new.
Sure.
And yeah. Leo want to join me? Get a little help.
Oh, sure. I'll help.
Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'll also ask where's Luvash? There we go.
He looks a little bit to the side, a little bit to the forest, looks back at you. Another kind of grief entering his face. Perhaps not as bubbly and angry, and more like, yeah, a true sadness. He came home pretty banged up. We took care of him, of course, but he has been, well, it's been a lot.
Right. Do you happen to know why he was that moment? How did you guys find out that Strasny was behind Perigold's kidnapping?
A traveler came yesterday late afternoon, very ragged. Said that he was traveling towards Kresk. But he had overheard that Captain Strasny had bragged about his conquest. And he showed us a doll. Luvash immediately brought together a group of fighting men. And we surrounded Valaki, but he wanted to go in himself. I insisted on him at least taking a few of our guards with him. They entered, and then half an hour later or so, they brought me back. Well, he points to another part in the forest where the body of Isaac Strasny has been tied up to a tree and is more looking like a trash bag of like wounds and blood than a body. It was hanging upside down from his ankles from like a branch. That fucker. And Luvash unconscious. We made it back home, dragged him from the horses, and then we found the camp looking like this. Well, it was more mayhem back then.
I see. While you were surrounding the city after this information, this place got attacked. And this person that told you that, did he happen to have an instrument with him? Or is there anything else you could describe about him?
It wasn't me, but I can find out the information.
Yeah,
He
I
was
mean,
pretty eager to leave.
yeah, it seems just like a weird situation. You send out your people after this information, and you come back, and the camp has been attacked, right? But if you had surrounded the city, wouldn't you have seen an army leave Vallaki?
I have no other explanation. Perhaps they have a secret exit.
Plus, it doesn't make sense.
Well, we didn't
Did you know
surround
of
all
one
of
army that
Alaki.
was? Did you know of one army that was looming around?
They must have been few and very, very talented. The few
Well,
that
few
have
and talented.
survived the attack never
Oh.
speak about seeing 2 assailants, only one, dressed as a Volaki guard, by the way.
Then do you think that they might simply be dressing at them, but not actually them?
Then who could have done this?
Lady Vactor is not a reckless or
I don't think that this is Lady
Nothing.
Wachter. I think this is a group among the guards who were sent out by Vargas or this Lydia person before they relinquished their full power to remove us from the map before they lost the power to do so.
but then retribution on Vallaki is a bit uncalled for, don't you think?
I don't think so. I think this is finally the time where we Vistani stand up and show them what their discrimination and hate over all these years have become. Sure, they might not have held a knife that killed children tonight. But in my mind, they could have.
It just puts a lot of fuel into the fire. If this conflict keeps going, it just leads to more people dying. I don't think that is the best way to go about anything.
I think this is exactly what we need.
I don't think so.
We deserve justice.
You deserve justice, yes, but
Yes.
do
And
you
we
want
have
to?
already asked our princess for it. So, be warned.
Well,
I
yeah, I
wouldn't
guess
enter
I guess
Vallaki
I'll-
again.
I guess I'll ask her too, then. And I'll pull out my ring.
also I got a 22 on the investigation.
He looks between you, like there's a lot of different emotions playing, like seeing the ring, hearing what you're saying. Do whatever you wish. But respect, especially now. And he takes the mantle up from the ground and walks to another group of grieving Vistani.
Yeah, I got a 22 on investigation. That banner.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry, I got so caught up by my own roleplay. It is not new. It's definitely used,
Mm.
but not. Like, what is it to say about this? Then it seems like somebody has used it for like a couple of years. Like, it has been mended a little bit, but it's not like full of holes or been mishandled. But it's definitely seen use. It's very frustratingly normal.
Too normal, one would say.
I didn't say that, but okay.
Yeah.
I will do what I said. Like, put on the ring. Maybe get like a little bit of distance, although I know I can just talk in my head, but still. And just like ask out Stradania. Are you there? Do you have a moment?
Do you say it out loud, or are you trying to fiddle with the ring? And
Yeah, I'll try to use the ring and I don't know in my mind talk how I've experienced it the last time in a
good.
similar way.
Because I will tell you, not just talking out in the air would not help, but when you focus
Yeah,
on
no,
the ring,
I
it
put on
does
the
help.
ring. Yeah, I said I put on the ring.
It's silent for a while, calling out her name like 3 or 4 times. Yeah, very much so, Sarx. And at that point, again, the world kind of seems to fade out. Your vision goes a little bit blurry. It's almost like you got noise reducing headphones on kind of deal. And then you softly start to hear something else out. It's kind of coming into volume. What you're hearing is like hurried footsteps on stone floors. Lord Leonard, what honor do I have to hear your lovely voice so soon again?
Well, I am sorry to intrude. Do you have a moment?
It looks like I'm going to be a little bit busy. It seems like somebody or someone of the Valakians have been quite naughty.
Yeah, I'm at the site right now. Is there anything you know about? Do you really think that? I mean, if I understand it correctly, just a few. I don't think just a few people are talented enough to do this. At least not in Vallaki. Or is there like a group that I don't know of?
This does not happen many times, that I am caught unaware. But I truly do not understand what has happened to my Bistani this night. But blood must be answered. And they have asked for my assistance. And they have asked to be served justice in blood. And I always honor my vows.
I understand, but this just makes it harder to trace back to what actually happened. I think it's in the best interest to find out who actually is responsible for this, because if there are a few people that are this powerful, and they manipulated Vistani this well to surround Vallaki for a moment just to get a strike on, this seems more than I think we should leave past. There has to be some way to figure out what's going on here.
You know, they are constantly praying to me now. And I'm starting to get a bit of a headache from it. But I like your zeal, Leonard. Find me the culprit before nightfall. Otherwise, I will need to find an answer to this blasted headache.
Alright. We'll try our best.
Have fun. But I wouldn't be in Vallaki after nightfall if you haven't found the culprit. Things might get a bit messy.
Right. If you think that is the course of action I want to take, then I'll do my best to find whoever it is before nightfall.
Someone has wronged me. And when they wrong me, I answer tenfold.
Yeah, I think this will have to be a conversation for another time.
Yes. I am gathering up my army. Be careful.
Alright.
And try to have some fun.
You too. You too.
And the echoing footsteps kind of fade. The world kind of fades in again to you, and then everything is back to normal.
Whew. Okay. Look around. The standing a little bit farther away from us right now, right? Okay. Got a situation here. Have to find out who is responsible for what happened here. And quick. This is one of Stradania's things, apparently. It's gonna be really messy and very bloody if we don't find out who actually is responsible for this.
How long do we have?
This day. Nightfall.
Nightfall.
Yeah.
Was it?
I don't know if we can do it, but we have to try.
Well, wasn't there a horde of some kind?
Yeah,
Remember?
but we're talking about a few people. I thought it was at his first when he mentioned an army, but from what he gathered, the people they have only seen a few. I mean, I guess we have to talk to any witnesses here.
I was muted. Sorry.
Anything you want to say, Daphne?
Oh yeah, Daphne just say, well, then we don't have all day. Let's get going.
Okay.
And, do you think that the other is related?
I don't know.
It seems
I'm a
like
little bit.
the
I'm-
work
I'm-
of an elite force.
I have trouble thinking right now. I'm very scared of what happens when we don't do this.
Then do it. Do not think about what happened if you do not do it. We can worry about that later.
Right. Arigal, is he like still nearby? Can I like approach him?
Yeah. Come on, walk up to him.
Yeah, Arigal, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for before as well. My condolences, of course. I talked to Stradania, and she's told me that we have until nightfall to find out who's responsible for this to bring actual justice.
At least call her Lady Stradania. That's to refer to her so familiarly. It's jolting.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm a little bit. No, it's well. I suppose we did know each other for a bit now. She trusts me, I trust her, I suppose. And she trusts me with finding out what's going on here. So if you have the chance to give me a rundown on witnesses, what they have seen, the man that have told you about all that stuff, that would be great.
It's been a very traumatizing night. And I have had the unfortunate position of forcing them to recall certain details when explaining what has happened to me. And now you want to do the same.
No, if you have that, maybe you've written it down what they said, or maybe you can recall. I just need information as much as possible. But I don't want to, of course I don't want to burden anyone.
Fine. The little I've heard about the traveler, and he takes a step away from like the grieving family that's beside him. Like there's actual cries coming there. It's a little bit unnerving to stand close. The traveler was raggedly dressed, some kind of faded brown mantle apparently, freckles, orange, reddish hair in a wild kind of style, and a big backpack. Nervous disposition. that was all.
But he just said, oh look, this guy bragged about having kidnapped.
No, he said something about that he didn't want to stay in Wallachia anymore because something was going down. Well, I knew.
Alright.
Then he was traveling to family in Kresk, but had overheard the conversation and picked up the doll and wanted to let us know. Honestly, we gave him a silver, patted him on his back, and let him go.
Did you take the doll?
The
Or
doll?
did he keep the doll? Yeah.
Well, Luvash took the doll, and after that, I don't know what happened to it. I'm not going to ask.
It's fine. Okay. Awfully strange. So, this man came yesterday evening then, I suppose?
Late afternoon.
Right. Okay. And you said the witnesses saw only a few people whenever they saw anyone, right? But they always wear the banner of the Valaki gods.
Well, dressed as one.
Alright. Okay.
Well, after the fire started, most fled towards the tree line. Some stayed, not truly fighters, but fighters at heart, trying to protect the wagons, our heritage, the children, those wounded, those who were in shock to run. Whoever these people was, they pursued. But thankfully, half of the Valaki camp, which sounds horrible when I say it that time, survived by scattering into the forest. Still, this is never, ever have we ever lost this many.
May we take a look at the camp?
Yes, just stay out of the plume of smoke and, as I said, pay respects to the grieving families.
Obviously.
May I ask, what about the wood elves? Did they also intend to attack them?
He
Or
sends a
just-
very, very betrayed look towards three wood elves who stand in a cluster and talking to each other. They didn't lift a single finger to help us, nor did these guards of Wallaki hurt them.
Well, in this attack, so this was just like a one attack and done. They seem to.
It happened
they seem
very
to want to-
quickly.
All right, they just run in, destroyed a bunch of stuff, and people fled, and then they were gone, basically.
Exactly. All except for this mantle.
Oh, convenient.
Exactly. Someone
Okay.
is trying to set you up, and we're gonna find out who.
Well, we'll find out whatever is going on for sure. Thank you very much. I'm very sorry for what happened.
I would be very curious to see who would want to set us up.
There's someone not too weak apparently, if that's just been a few. We've seen you Vistani fight. Could have taken care of a bunch of Valakian gods with ease.
Yes, but we were out. We weren't here guarding the camp. We were by Wallaki, protecting Luvash's back. Otherwise, I would have relished in retribution then and there for their simple gall of attacking us.
We'll check the site out. Thank you very much.
Sorry, can I have the description of the man again? Because I cut out during
Oh.
that time.
Oh, sad.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Sorry
he
about
was
Like faded
ragged.
brown clothes, freckles, and orange messy hair.
So orange hair
Yeah.
and ragged clothes.
Yeah, no, faded brown
And-
and freckles.
Freckles and big
Freckles.
backpack.
Big backpack, yes.
A ginger.
Hmm.
Wow.
That's the little weird dude in the
Doesn't have orange
Ca-
hair. Cyrus.
castle of Cyrus. Does he has orange hair?
No, he doesn't.
I don't think he has hair.
You
Nah.
can check. You can check. There's
He
a picture.
had
Oh,
more
yeah, true.
fur than hair, but yeah.
Yeah, and I think they would have. I mean, that's a very distinct look, you know. I think that's, you know. Yeah, and it's no one we have met in Valaki.
Mm.
Hey, why are you here?
Oh.
No, it's just to us.
That's Cyrus.
Okay, yeah, I think we investigate the sites, everyone.
Yeah.
Like, try to take
Yeah.
the different parts up and gather as much ground as possible.
Does he? Do they know how tall the man is?
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, searching around for that information.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I actually have information about this. I need to double check something.
Yeah, like
let's do an investigation, cunning in the meantime.
Yeah.
Daphne.
Anyone want to do a little help?
Sure. We're looking for someone who's very tall, right?
No. Just asking
Getting
about.
information.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, like what's the posture of the man? Is like, is he tall? Is he like lanky?
Okay, so we're actually trying to
Skinny.
find this guy, then
No. Just asking like, is the
Around.
witnesses or around,
yeah,
not
okay.
trying to find the guy.
yeah.
Oh. Let me roll again, cause advantage. Oh,
Oh yeah. Whoops. Yeah. Whoops. My bad. I thought we were. Never mind. Yes, I give advantage.
big.
I gave advantage.
16. Thank you. Yeah. So just wanting to
Yeah.
know, like his kind of, overall posture, frames.
Okay.
What
You were
type
able
of shoes he's
to
wearing?
track down one of the survivors who talked to this person. It seems that there's not that many survivors that are left to kind of. There were like a group who kind of gathered around him, like, "What the fuck are you doing here, Valakian?" And like, "What is this strange door? What the fuck is going on?" Do. They will say that that he was a little bit hunched over, seemed seemed anxious, but was pretty tall and lanky. Like it's not like they have like a. He was 166 centimeters and weighed 46 kilos.
Yeah. Oh, obviously.
But they
And,
found him to be tall, lanky, and a little bit hunched over, shoulders a little bit forward, a bit anxious when he talked to them. Seemed very keen to leave.
Yeah, how far away is Kresk from here,
Kresk,
time-wise?
well, let's find out, shall we?
A magic map.
Magic map.
Pretty far.
Yeah. So
So
that's
it's-
5
okay.
hours, 6 hours.
Practically a day travel.
Yeah, a little bit more than a day. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this guy
It's
is
like
not.
almost 2
If he
days.
went,
Almost
yeah.
2 days.
Okay. So how much time has passed so far since this man came here? Since he came in the evening, and it's like very early morning. Because like we're at pretty early rate, so
Yeah.
It's
like
Oh,
early.
No,
Maybe
he
like-
he visited them late afternoon yesterday.
So like
So
And now-
they're in quest now, probably.
No, I mean, would he be traveling during the night for a Barovian?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
so he might have been. He might not be that far off. Might be like.
He might have walked 2-3 hours before camp, and then he might have walked 2-3 hours more this morning.
Yeah.
Daphne,
Yes. What's up?
you're
What?
good. You're good at tracking. Considering how much has been going on towards Valaki, I'm sure everything going towards Crest might not be as, full trotted as before. So maybe we can pick up his tracks.
I am good at tracking, yes, but not when there are a million tracks just stomping over each other.
No, that's what I'm saying. We're moving a little bit towards Crest and then looking. Not here.
Oh, I feel like there's still merit to investigate the cam a little bit.
I just
but-
think this man is our best
Yeah.
lead. I don't think if they have made it so it is a setup, then what we'll find here is most likely more setup. We gotta take the time we have and just see if we can catch up with this guy.
Yes, well, I do agree. We still need to look at the cam.
Well, I'm saying you could go ahead and like go a little bit out and check for tracks while we continue checking. Just to save any moment of time we can.
Sure.
Alright,
Definitely
I'll-
just kind of like walk off to the, like in the direction to Crest and start looking for tracks.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, and I think the rest of the party continues like looking around the site,
Mm-hmm.
just like investigation. If there's any other, I
Okay.
mean, I'm sure they looked over it, but
To walk around and search for clues to find them.
Yeah.
For like making a like theory out of it. Let's roll perception intelligence for anyone looking for clues, and then Daphne, you got your survival intelligence finding footprints.
maybe I'll like help Neorak with perception intelligence.
Perception.
Ooh, Neorak.
Ah, I'm sorry, Starex. I don't know why that. I'm too tired today. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm just messing with you. Don't worry.
So you can
Wow.
roll again.
Styrax can see everything.
Starex, you can roll again.
Oh god.
Maybe it gets better. And maybe Sol on the other hand is helping Daphne, so we get
Yeah.
the most
Yeah.
efficiency out of it.
Yeah.
Unless Sol wants to. do it
Okay.
first.
Yeah. I'll just
I'll
give
roll again.
proficiency definitely.
Okay. I mean, it's a bit
It's better. It's better.
Yeah.
It's better. It's better.
Yeah. That's a 12.
12. Okay.
And 21 for looking around.
Damn, okay. So, first of all, Daphne, you go off 10-15 minutes right down the road, and you cannot find any humanoid footprints. I mean, there are
What do I
some
find?
animal footprints for sure, but nothing like predator related. Like, we're talking birds and small forest critters, you know.
And can I say why I look? I don't mind rolling another one. Like why I just kind of like walks around the camp, like before I go to the direction to Crest. Can I look for any like a group of people footprints? Like I'm trying to look for the army that attacked these people, like where they went.
It's very grassy, you know, this area.
Yep.
If there
Yep, yep.
is any mud where footprints can land, is within the wagon wheels that go up to the top. But there has been a lot of Asani running up and down, grieving, trying to save stuff, talking to different people. It's a mess. It's an absolute mess. If there were anywhere you could perhaps catch a footprint, it would be on the road that is like less traveled, because the Barovians do not travel too much, considering how dangerous it is to do so.
And there's not a lot of tracks that I can see on the road either, right?
No, exactly.
And team camp.
Team
They find-
camp. You walk around, get as close to, like, there's still actually some fire that is going up on the top. Like, they haven't been able to completely stop it. Looking at it, Cyrex, and how you have a more of an academic background, this fire must have been planned with like fuel. It is strange for this to continue going for the whole night with just the supplies that are up here. Sure, there was a lot of wagons, a lot of wood up here, but still. Something must have aided this fire. In some of the tents around, there are both piercing holes and slashing holes. And everything seems rather normal until you stumble upon a part of the ground that has not been disturbed by blade, by footprint, or fire. It seems like the topsoil has sizzled away by something more chemical.
Yeah, a few questions. First of all, when was the Festival of the Sun again? That was evening as well, right?
Yeah, it was dinner time yesterday.
Could
So
this
like
be
5-6 in the evening.
time-wise? Does it seem to be similar to when Vargas activated the fire on the carriage? Does that seem to align, or is that a little bit too early? Since we had get a good look on maybe the time-wise here, as we're looking through.
Well, late afternoon yesterday, the traveler comes, hands over the dole. By then, Luvash, Aragal, and the fighting men and women of the camp head off. It takes about 45 minutes to walk between the camp and the western gates. From there, Luvash must have the time to enter into Volaki, stay hidden, and then drop down on Isaac at the opportune time. And then they retreated through Volaki with all the chaos going on, back to Aragal, and then the 30 to 45 minutes walk back to the camp. In that window, it must have happened.
Okay, and we don't see any. Do we see a time frame? How long would it take to set up this fire this big? Would they take 20 minutes of a fight? Would it be an hour of setup, or what do we gather from the amount of fire we see?
Well, it doesn't necessarily have to be really a time thing. It can also having the right equipment with you, so that becomes a little bit difficult to answer. But if you think about the longest amount of time Aragal and Luvash was gone, we're probably talking about 2 hours maximum.
Okay. Chemicals. Interesting. Fine. This is not good. When we were in the information center, Was like ever a place there that looked like it had anything to do with chemicals? Or was it most just normal torture or stuff like that that we saw?
It was rather abrasive torture. Like we're talking about saws and hammers and.
Yeah, no acid or something like that. Okay.
No, you didn't see anything. No.
Any idea near Iraq? Oh god, what the fuck is going on with me, Starbucks? Jesus Christ, why is my brain so hot air right now?
Not the only one.
So far, I still don't get the pieces, but I can give me again 10 minutes and I can try something.
Any place that we know of that had anything to do with chemicals?
I don't recall any store.
And just out of game question, like how common knowledge is like chemical stuff? You probably need to be pretty advanced, or is that something that's usual? Or...
And no, that would require heavy industry, slash or high academics.
Okay. We're talking probably about someone that definitely knows what they're doing with chemicals. Don't think we have met anyone of that caliber. At least I can think of that. We also knew that Rictavio left the city, right? Before the Festival of the Sun?
Yeah.
Did he say where he wanted to go?
No, I don't remember him saying. He just said he's out just after giving a package.
Just because, yeah, he gave you the doll.
No, he didn't say anything that he wasn't going anywhere. He left the tavern and on his way brushed up against Sol, handed over the package, said this might be useful to you. Then on the day of the festival during lunch, when you returned to Danica, she asks you if you have seen Rictavio around.
And we said we don't know. He just left.
Yeah, you assumed that he left.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that he had the doll. Somehow, he got that information and he got that doll. I think... I don't know.
I would assume that at this point, me and Soul already walked back to the party, right?
Yeah, we meet
Yeah,
like
at this
halfway.
point, yeah, we meet halfway.
Out of the time that we have been here, do I recall seeing any like person with like kind of their hair is like orange and kind of like orangey red?
During your time in Barovia?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't.
I don't think so, at least no
No.
noticeable person.
Yeah. Most of them are like black and brown, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, orange is general like a rare color.
Oh. Yeah, like I'm talking about like the Scottish or the Irish
Oh, sorry.
kind of color here.
Yeah, I was thinking
true,
of
true.
like, because there are a few men that we have heard of, but we haven't met yet. So that's why I kind of asked for the posture. At first, I kind of think it's like maybe Styrax, you know, adoptive father. But
True.
what's
Yeah, that's-
the hair color of Richten?
Of Richten?
That's real.
yeah.
Richten doesn't have hair.
Oh, does he have
Oh.
beard?
No.
I think it's the hair there.
He Richten has
Where?
like small like
Bald?
spikes and otherwise bald. Like it's an Earth Genasi, you know,
Oh yeah.
it's a bit more complicated.
Well, I mean, it's It's a good, wide jab, blind jab.
Yeah.
Um,
As
what
for
about?
yeah, well, I don't know if I mean, Stax, you can decide actually, because we haven't settled on the picture, so Neorex. So, what is
It's actually white hair.
Yeah, he's old, and plus he's a dwarf. The other man is lanky
Oh,
and tall.
yeah.
Can can I get to the wood elves, to Casimira?
Yeah.
Just go somewhere.
yeah,
So we'll
Casimira
join
is
you.
actually in a group of wood elves, standing off to the side, coolly talking to each other and like watching the Masonic grieve.
Just making sure I had definitely had put my wing away.
Okay.
Just making that clear.
All right. Good. Okay.
Before I'm getting called out here. Yeah, and then I'll approach the group. Wood elves.
They
Until they
coolly
notice
take you
me.
in, and they kind of move a few steps back, giving you like access to Casimira.
Hey,
Greetings.
quite the day.
I can imagine so.
Um, were you around while this happened? I put to like the camp.
Mm. Yes and no.
Not judging you, don't worry. I just need information if that's possible.
She nods slowly.
Seemed like they ignored you, from what I've heard. Is that true?
We are not missing anybody in our ranks. Like normal. For a second there, I thought this miracle could have come and slayed us, ended the torment, but of course not.
It's definitely
Yay.
strange. So did you get a good look on them? On their numbers, since you're a little bit further down? And they had to move past you, right?
I stayed inside for most of it, just listening, and then I stepped out when I heard the fire. And well, wait a moment. She steps back, talks with in Elvish with her clanspeople, clansfolk.
I think. Wait. Where's my languages?
Yeah, you know Elvish. Come
Yeah.
on, you're a half elf.
Yeah, I know Elvish exactly.
Yes,
I
and
just wanted to find it.
you're basically overhearing a conversation because Mira is like asking this question, so they haven't like they haven't deigned to actually compare notes before you came up to ask.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very true.
Compare notes. Oh my god.
So like, what did you see? Like, what did you see? Like, so there's like back and forth, and eventually, Casimira turns back to you and said, "Well, we did see different Valaki guards. No faces. They all wore like a helmet." Of different sizes and genders, but never more than one.
Interesting. So they specifically seem to come in bulks of one? Or did they just happen to be, they were around, but like pan out in a way that you only would ever see one?
She shrugs her shoulders. That's all I have.
And
Um,
their skill. Did anyone of you see them fighting?
I an axe, sword, a very pointy sword, perhaps a rapier. Very talented, from what I saw.
You wanted to say something?
Any one of them dual wield? Like having both axe and sword.
Did you guys see any using this axe and sword again in like Lavish? And a few answers come forward and yes. Two of us saw those weapons being used together, yes. We.
Daphne kind of pinched her forehead a little bit. Ah, fuck. And we'll also give like the description of that man, that weird man, if they have seen him.
The traveler? They with the fire
Yeah.
on chair?
Yeah.
I was actually out for that one. Yeah, there was a few of the Vistani who congregated around them when they came around.
Do you know where he went?
He just walked down the road.
Do you know what race he was? Was he a human? Was he a...
Definitely half elf. There's no humans here, remember?
Yeah.
And Daphne also kind of like already told Leo and Styrax that she found no trace.
This is...
Do you know where the army went?
No, they only saw one run into the trees after some Vistani and then they never came back. And then they were just screaming and, well, this.
I feel like... Ah, fuck. Can you point us to where they went, like the trees? We might need to go there.
Yeah, sure. I saw them let run that way. The one I saw, but there were several. And she points to the trees that is towards the northeast.
Okay.
They didn't say anything, I presume.
Not from what I heard, no.
Didn't wear any amulets or anything.
I did not get that close. But they didn't get that close to me. And neither of us.
Did they use any magic?
Yeah, Chalem. She starts talking Elmish again with her friends. One of us saw them use some kind of magic, a green arrow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you're in contact, at least, like, you know, trading with Velaki and stuff. Do you know about anyone that is like proficient with chemicals?
Chemicals?
Any names?
The most educated trader that we have ever dealt with There's been Lady Waktar and her family, as well as the Arasek.
Oh. See. Okay. Well, we'll try our best to figure out what's happened here.
Do
Hello.
or do not. What does it matter?
Oh, you know the Countess. You know how she acts when something happens that she doesn't like.
It's going to
You have
happen
felt her
eventually.
temper.
It's going to happen eventually. It's just a matter of time. It might be more merciful to have it happen now than later. Get used to it.
I don't think like that, and I'm sorry if I can save a bunch of people.
And
I
I
will
both
try to stay.
envy and pity you.
I pity you and envy you too.
Touche.
And I like head of.
Alright. Meet up by the. You go back basically to neutral ground, the mud road leading up the hill and back towards Savoie.
Yeah.
I'll just look to Saul and just say, "Do you know something about those green glowing arrows? You seems to recognize something there."
I did?
Did you?
Wait. Did I?
I mean, I'm not sure if they're necessarily magic. They could have been just
Wait,
acid arrows, right?
as a player, I don't know,
No,
but probably in
It's-
Bex, probably. Do I?
Glow.
Do you?
It's glowing.
It's glowing.
Yeah,
Glowing green, right?
green, like
Yeah,
arrow.
it cannot. Acid does
Okay.
not glow.
Oh, that's
Um,
okay.
Actually, Daphne, make me an intelligence check.
Oh my god, I knew it. Oh
Okay.
no, I hope it's not. Oh god. Oh,
I was so confused, like, do I? Wait.
Because you made like an ah sound when
Yeah.
it came.
Oh,
You did.
that's just my.
Like,
that's just. That's my. It's just my pure instinct. Just say yes.
Ah.
I'm listening. Yes. I nod. Yes. Yes.
can I guidance
Probably-
this or no?
No guidance, but advantage.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Oh god,
I have to open the notes again. Fuck.
17. I think. I
Hey.
might know.
Well,
Does Grobo use that style of combat?
yes.
Fucking, I knew.
Unfortunate
Yeah, you
for
see,
fighting.
like,
We've seen an Esmeralda do it.
and I, obviously a part of it.
And
You see kind of like-
you know from the description of the spell that it's indeed acid arrow.
Oh, so it is acid.
Yeah, that was called acid arrow.
So you see, like, kind of like a dog, like a recognition on Daphne's face, and she just start face palming herself, like, what the fuck? Oh,
What? What's wrong?
those. According to Casimira's descriptions, the style of combat, especially that spell, the green glowing arrow, I recognize that everywhere. That screwbow style of combat. No,
And
axe and sword. You saw Etsy do it.
yeah,
So
and how do you explain that?
What do you mean, how?
You know the Scrobble better than any of us. How can they be here? What would be their purpose? I mean,
Exactly.
I know
I
that
mean-
your mentor is here, right?
Yeah, but I don't know what fucking Richten is doing in this goddamn place.
I mean, his son was kidnapped.
I know, but he's
Do you think he would do this as a retaliation?
the
Is
point
that-
is he's unpredictable. It's not our it's not he's not below doing something like this, I think, but the point is he's very unpredictable. And I cannot make heads and tails of it. Out of character question.
Mm.
Beside me and Essie, do I know of any other like Scrobble agent that have set foot in Barovia? Like record wise?
Yeah, I mean, you didn't know that this place even existed, and like the
Yeah,
old
yeah.
emperor of the Savage, like Empress of Savage lines remains in here.
So,
If this was kept quiet, that would have been quite a scandal.
and
I mean, what kind of
They-
person is your mentor? Would he kill children?
Miss GM, would he?
Yes. Yes.
I sent
Give me
you like a
an
little
address.
description of him, right? Was that in Discord, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah, a
not
long
like
time ago. Yeah, let me just
Not-
double
not-
check what I said, so I found it in.
Well,
like all I know is like how he recruits people and
Yeah,
like-
yeah.
mysterious and all.
well, seeing that
And- Oh, you go. Sorry.
and sensing that as the wood elves explained that the people are very skilled, them being a scrubble makes, some sort of sense. Seeing how you guys
Oh.
fight, especially Daphne, how expert you are.
I can't imagine there being a bunch of Scrollbow people here.
Maybe
Without
just
ever-
one.
Was it
Remember
just
what-
one?
Casimira said.
Well, but that one would have been able to change gender.
You don't know.
I guess there are spells for everything, aren't there?
Hey,
That would be an impressive feat. Still. I mean, they would have also had to switch up weapons and everything to make it look like multiple people.
Questions. I know that I wouldn't have been able to see all of his like fighting style, but
Mm-hmm.
from my experience of like practically training under him, would I know that Richten is capable of doing something like this, like disguising himself or using multiple weapons?
I mean, he has kind of coined the scrollbow way of fighting, which with 2 weapons and magic as backup. You have never experienced his magic to be, however,
Damaging.
illusionary in nature, right? That's not really his
Yeah.
forte. It has been damaging, but also protective. Like he has, for example, shown that he is able to cast shield.
From my experience that I know of Richten, most of the time he has a very logical outlook that can be seen as cold by the outsiders. The fact that what I'm trying to say that is he doesn't say much. He just do what he thinks that needs to be done, and it sounds like he's doing, but at the same time, it's not.
I mean, if Richten was around here, I mean, Ezzy would have found him, right?
No, but as he went out when we left.
Yeah, looking for him. There was along this river.
I
You
just
don't
hope that Ezzy wasn't, you know.
I just feel
I-
like
I-
she's capable. I don't think she would have missed him, and
No,
then
what
she
I'm-
would have set up this. I don't know.
What I'm trying to say that I hope Ezzy wasn't in this also.
He couldn't. I don't think Essie would have
Okay,
killed Astani children. Never. Has to be another relation.
Mm-hmm.
Out of character. Does the forest where the soldier was seen like the closest to the camp?
Yeah. Yeah. Are we walking there?
Yeah, I think we're walking and talking
Oh,
over to that
you're walking
tree that
where
was pointed out.
Yeah. Is it
where
like
the last time Casimira saw somebody run
Yeah.
into the woods?
Yeah.
At the
Yeah.
northeast?
is that the tree line? Is that the tree line that is the like closest to the camp? I'm trying to say like.
I can't really describe the tree line in that way. It's very much a circle, right? You got the hill, you got some flat
Okay.
land. I mean,
Okay,
and then
alright.
you got the tree line, and it's cut open by the southern road that leads
Yeah.
to Valaki
Okay.
main road.
All right.
When we
sure.
reached that place where she last saw someone move in,
Mhm.
is there any like battle marks around?
Yeah.
Like I don't know, hit a tree or like hit the ground or something like that.
Everyone trying to search for some kind of battle sign. Make me a perception intelligence. If somebody wants to look for tracks, do survival intelligence. Onegaishimasu!
Me.
I'll help Starvax. Oh no, I don't help Starvax.
Never.
I don't need
I'll
it.
do it myself and show you how great I am.
Oh shit.
I'll help look for tracks. So survival and intelligence.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you. Guidance myself. Ooh.
Sure.
Easy.
Oh my god, we all roll high.
Holy shit!
Sure. Styrix
Oh,
can
God.
see
Styrix.
everything.
What do I even tell you?
Eagle eyes vision.
Where the exact position?
Where's their last GPS
You
location?
learn the battle fighting by watching the marks. You gain 5 levels in fighter.
Well, okay, Styrix. You find you just know where to go and where to look. Apparently, just by some kind of divine providence. You, in the underbrush, like underneath a blueberry bush, you find the remains of a glass vial, which has a very, very small layer of red liquid within. Which, smelling it and looking at it, you recognize it to be a potion of healing. Beside it, there's a tree where there's a little bit of blood. Like a smudge of a hand that was probably bloody. Leo and Daphne, with both of you getting a 22 on your survival intelligence, you actually find a pair of heavy boots that is similar to the Valaki Guard that is traveling northeast. However, they are this person did maneuvers to particularly steer off trackers, and so you lose it.
Yeah, I guess you at least
Okay.
get their size.
There's one. It's a medium humanoid, and it happened early last night.
Only one.
From what we've seen, is there any difference between female and male boots?
Well, Casimira said that she saw one soldier run in that direction. So
Yeah, okay.
So-
Did she mention it to be like? Did she mention the gender? I guess it was a man or not. Did she even see that?
this one, no, she wouldn't see that. It was so
Okay.
far.
Then maybe it would be interesting to see if there is any boot difference, if we know of any boot difference, or if Daphne's feet can like figure out if it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, but like they lose the track basically.
Yeah.
Yes, and they are utilizing anti-tracking strategies.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Yo, you see like Daphne just kind of curse under her breath as she kind of like realizes.
Well-
I don't like how all evidence is just pointing at that old man.
Wait,
And-
exactly.
And,
How? Sorry, go ahead.
and what about this? And Starbucks points at the occasions of the blood hand and the potion.
A what?
Oh,
It's a
does it seem
smear
like-
of like a bloody hand by a tree trunk and a discarded health potion in the underbrush.
What's the hand? Like a literal hand?
Well, no,
A
it's
blood
not like
print.
Or like
it's not like the Isaac burn mark in
Yeah.
the tree, right? This is like you only see a little bit of the
Ah.
hand, and the rest is smudged. Like they were leaning on it very quickly, and then like smudged.
oh, so
You
so
think-
a marking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I thought like a physical hand.
Does anyone? Of
Oh no!
Does any of you guys have like a vial or anything? Or is it? It's probably like not. It's probably like. What's it called? Not wet anymore. It's probably like.
Oh yeah, coagulated.
Yeah. Okay. Seems like they were hurt at least. Right.
I'll go investigate the hand mark.
Okay.
And-
Make me perception intelligence.
And how long ago again was it now that as he went off?
She
we talked
went.
about like 3 days or something. She would come back.
Yeah, she went off on the day that you entered Wallaki. On the
So how
morning.
long? How long
So-
did we stay in Valaki?
So this is
It's
the
3 days. already.
yeah, this is the morning of the 4th day in
Yeah.
Wallaki. So
Wow, 4th day.
Yes,
Okay.
that's when Essie at least she said that would be the time that she might come back to the camp.
Oh my. Also, oh my God, that perception. Oh.
Yeah, 24.
well, it's definitely mature. A pretty big handprint. I mean, not like we're talking like giant or large kind of size, but like it was probably a larger person. But I mean, even that is surprising you're able to get from it because it's smudged, right?
Yeah.
Any of you magic people reach out to Essie anyway?
No,
Not strong enough for that.
we don't.
Maybe if she would be around.
You can
Can you
can
can
ask.
you use message or the thing in the head? Can you do
If
that,
that
or you need
person-
someone? Someone needs to be there.
This only has like a few meters range.
Mm.
Like, I think what you're referring to is sending, and no, I
I'm
cannot
just
cast
saying,
that.
like, pointing towards this person. I mean, if it was badly hurt, that person, and had to drink a health potion to stay, alive, then maybe they didn't get that far. Maybe you can hit them with something. Really a question now. I mean, what path will follow? Could either try to catch up to this man that has a few hours ahead of us, or we could try to just, even though we don't have direct tracks, to just see if we can find something along the road, along this path here.
Well, you
Or
help
we
me track
look
him,
for Ezzy.
and like I said, they use anti-tracking method is
course, yeah. But I mean, there's still gonna be somewhere. I don't know.
Well, you fancying going into the woods?
Just laying it out there.
It'll be an
If
at least a 4-hour head start. So catching up
Okay.
with them and then going back and informing Lady Wachter, what's happening,
Yeah.
or doing so before nightfall. Yeah, might be tight, might be possible.
Yeah. I mean, they're wounded, hopefully enough to be slow, but we don't know that.
if hypothetically, if the culprit is my mentor, Rigden, I don't know what to feel about turning him in or just saying that, yeah, he's the one.
Killed children. And it seems for not getting any closer to his goal.
Well, the
And
Countess has...
causing all of Balaki to die.
I'm not saying what he's done is right. I'm saying that I want to know the reason behind it.
There. So this is hard to excuse. I remember that Essie like talked to some people when we were here, right? Some people she knew pretty well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, are they around? Can I see them somewhere? I mean, we've checked the camp. Maybe I've seen them somewhere.
Are you thinking where she would go to look, right?
Yeah, maybe she was here because she said it was like 3 days, so maybe we passed her. Or maybe
But she
they have heard
left.
something from her.
She never said she would be back in 3 days.
No, but that was like talk about like that. I don't know. Okay, I think it was like a path of 3 days to get where she wanted to get to. I think we asked her like how long it would take to get to where she heard this man was.
Yeah, but that means she wouldn't have the time to get back.
Yeah, I don't know if I remember it wrong. Yeah, but maybe she like sent it a note or something.
Yeah,
But she did tell us where she went, right?
Yeah, she headed towards Kresk. Before Kresk, there was a tower.
Okay, she was heading towards Crest. Okay, I guess that's probably the best way to go. Then I mean, still having to catch up to this guy that has 2 hours start is gonna be difficult, and then getting back in time.
I'm just confused about the fact that there were multiple people.
Yeah. Multiple people. Do you remember what was the favorite weapon that your master used? You met her.
Well, you saw Ezzy, pretty much like that, more skilled.
Yeah,
Sword, axe,
I don't
and
think we can waste any more time, and it seems like following this person that went into the woods is gonna be difficult, and maybe the best is trying to follow this guy that set the Vistani up to leave. Unless you guys have a better idea. We have looked through the camp. We found evidence, but I mean, maybe we could try to like interrogate Arasek and Lady Wachter and see if they have like created any vials recently.
Is by any chance, Daphne, your mentor able to use magic?
yeah, he can.
Do you know maybe which school by any chance?
Well, like I already said, his magic more damaging in protection rather than illusionary.
So I'm guessing he could learn some evocation spells.
Evocation, Yes, I figure.
Give me 10 minutes and I need to check this place and then the camp to see if there's anything.
Alright.
And Starbucks will cast Detect Magic as a ritual.
Alright.
So, if we do decide to chase after the person that's going to crash, I believe it's better to use, horses. But I'm very hesitant about that due to our luck with horses.
Stradania currently is occupied. Not sure she has the time to send more wolves to kill horses.
Have you been asking the Countess for help this whole time?
Who? Me?
Yeah.
I mean, I talked with her back there, but I did not talk for her about the wolves. If that's what you're referring
Well.
to, it seems like very counterproductive to what I wanted to get done.
Again, what you do is you, but I'm not fond of the idea of getting too in touch with the Countess.
I don't know if she sees everything, it might be useful to get knowledge from her, right?
Yes, but that's always come with a price. The price of she knowing what we are trying to do. The closer we get to her. Plus, I think you can pretty know that she is not omnipotent. She does not know everything.
No, that's
She's strong,
clear.
sure.
Yeah, but I mean, she certainly has her eyes around places.
Yes, but I would prefer from now on, unless we hit our absolute rock bottom, please do not refer to the Countess. I understand that you are trying to get information and trying to do what is right. But again, that might be detrimental to our bigger goal.
I know, I mean, I'm careful. I'm also thinking that staying in touch with her makes her feel more confident to not look to where we're at. And make her just feel, like I'm more connected to her and make it easier for us to, slip up, because then she won't be getting us angry.
That can be true, Leo, but don't stay too close.
Yeah,
You might think that you're hiding or keeping things from her, but like I said, the closer we stay to her, the more dangerous it is.
No, I got my experience with women, I can handle it.
Do you have experience with some couple hundred years old vampire?
No,
Exactly.
not necessarily, but I mean, women are all the same,
Uh,
That
Leo, I'm sorry to inform you, but that is really untrue.
I was wrong, too.
Definitely bab Leo on the head. Not for doing any damage, but just for like a smack.
Yeah, for sure.
Ow.
Did you seriously just set that in front of me? In
Yeah,
front of
that's
my salad?
I did want to provoke you a bit. Yeah, I'll keep it in mind. I'll confer with you before I talk to her. How about that?
Yeah, maybe not just me, but the rest of the party.
Of course.
Alright. So, The important thing is, after Styrex did her detect magic, what do we do next?
Well, I'm saying there's two choices. We can try to catch up to this guy. Maybe if we get horses, that is a reasonable goal. We could try to find out where these chemicals come from. We definitely need supplies. Apparently in Valaki there are two people that would be capable of doing so, which would be Arasek and Muvakta. So that is something we could do. And I mean, there's this tower that's like a few hours from here. That Ezzy wanted to, or that maybe is on where Ezzy was going. So maybe we can check that out.
The old tower, you mean?
Yeah.
How about this? You said there's some chemicals of some sort that cause the camp to burn. We can. It might be taking a bit of a detour, but we can go back to Valaki, ask whoever is adept in chemistry to look it over. Hopefully, borrow some horse from Lady Vector and trying to track whoever did this down.
I mean, we can have Lady Vachta check. She's apparently somewhat knowledgeable.
Yeah, we can also do that. Out of character question. Do I know of any uses of chemical within Scrobel?
Oh, well, you do know that there is like a flammable kind of acid liquid that is used as basically hurling fire bombs at very irritating monsters.
Do they have that with them? Like, is that just a tool that you have with you when you go somewhere as a scroll bow?
It's more like some agents
No.
can be equipped with like
Yeah.
Molotovs, but it's more like in special kind of it's like having like a holy hand grenade with you, but it's like a little grenade, right? It's more.
And this site does look like it was caused by those, right?
Caused by it?
Like,
Or helped? The fire helped. Like help with
yeah,
the fire.
like does it?
I mean,
this kind of like, yeah.
could have not. You have no idea. Like all you're seeing right now is the result, not what led up to it. And
Yeah.
this fire has some kind of aid, be it magical, chemical, or what kind of chemical.
Yeah.
Or
At this point, of course, Styrex, your spell, your ritual casting goes off. What in particular are you looking for?
First thing, if there's some like reminiscence of any magic around.
Where you're standing right now, a little bit into the north eastern woods, or in like the epicenter?
Yes, and checking if the blood on the vial has any magic. Like
Yes to
maybe
both. Yes to both. Or
any skull.
okay.
Yeah, I think Cyrix is trying to get to both locations
Okay. Thank you.
in 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
The blood doesn't have any skull or any traces of magic on it. The vial on the ground has residue neutral magic off of it, like a gray kind of color, which I mean collaborates the story of what you think is a healing potion.
Yeah.
Going back to the epicenter. Let's make a occult intelligence as you're walking around to see if you pick up on anything. This is not
Can I
straightforward.
guidance?
Yeah, but see, since Cyrus is doing this alone, you can't really see or notice what she's feeling. It's really hard for you to help.
Oh, okay, okay.
12.
If you were both casting Detect Magic, it would be another. No. No, there's nothing that you pick up. Nothing residual, nothing obvious. No.
Well, this was a waste of time. Nothing.
Consider that I might have used one of those Molotov or firebomb at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Does the trace of chemical looks like the chemical that was put in those?
Put in those? Put in what?
Yeah, like so Leo found some trace of chemicals in the camp, right?
There was one spot.
Oh, it was one spot. Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I want to compare.
You want to compare?
Yeah,
Same.
yeah.
Make me a make me a perception intelligence when looking at it. Oh, well.
23.
Ooh.
Looking at it, you that have a little bit of experience with this, you realize that this is not really a chemical burn. It's really, really close, but it's actually acid splash.
Huh.
The spell. You've seen the impact before.
So I am familiar with this.
Yes.
God. Like, you just see like before and Daphne like kind of like figuring out. Okay, she does seem tense, but now she just seems like tired and reluctant.
Alright. I guess we're pretty much done at the Vistani camp, so back quickly to Valaki to talk to Wachter and Arsek, perhaps?
Yeah, I
Alright.
think that is.
Then on your little walkie walk back to the gates of Valaki, they're gonna go for a short break. Woo!
Cool. Yes.
Let's fill up our drinks, empty our bladders, pet our pets, say hello to our family, come back ready and happy for another hour and a half of roleplay.
I wanna wear my monocle.
You want to wear your monocle? That's...
I have a Sol has a monocle, so he's wearing that now. Sorry.
Right.
Monocle or manacle?
I don't know. It's monocle. It's MONOCLE.
Yeah, then it's a monocle. Okay. I mean, sure. You feel a little bit extra. You feel a little bit more sleuthy, if that makes sense.
I concur. I concur that this is from an acid splash.
Alright, I'm gonna go fill up a drink. I'll be right back.
I don't know, sorry. That was random. I just wanted to say out there. Yes. Bam 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 bam. Hello, people of the internet. That is Bexxy stream. Bam 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 bam.
Alright, I'm back.
Hello, welcome back.
Thank you. Back with the cold drink.
I am back also.
Woo!
With
Hello,
some tea.
welcome back. I'm
Tea?
here
Like,
with
wait, what?
water.
You're drinking hot tea during summer?
No, iced tea. Come on.
Okay, I thought so. I was like, oh my god, how much have the British fucked you up?
Plus, plus. I'm in air conditioning, so
Yeah.
I can enjoy my hot drink even if I wanted to.
Okay.
I'll drink a hot drink in a hot day. I can do that. But it has to be like heated up by the air.
Okay.
I'll just leave it outside on a hot summer day and come back to it and drink it from there. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no. Okay. That's
I jumped over the the first time.
that's a little better.
The first time it happened was so funny.
There's a crime scene in Vallaki.
There's several crime scenes in Malaki.
There is no war in Vallaki.
There's definitely war in Malaki.
Okay. Hey, I'm back.
Hey.
Yeah.
It seems Detective Leo and Co. is back in business.
Yeah, we definitely may want to talk with Lydia too.
I think at this point,
Is Neo back?
I don't think so. Is Neo back?
Nope.
Nope, 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 nope,
Leo.
nope. Nope.
Welcome back. No? No.
Nope.
Sad.
Nopers.
It's okay. I mean, if you got sore throat, then you probably want to take care of that as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
It's a-okay. Alright, I'm just waiting for Neo.
Yeah. Just waiting for Neo.
The plot and as the plot thickens
Okay.
into gravy.
So what we got so far is so we're suspicious by the guy that's going to Kresk, right?
Yeah.
We're
Luring
also
them away.
suspicious. We're also suspicious to Daphne's mentor.
Yeah,
Right.
we know that he was, or at least the Countess last saw him like in Vallaki.
Okay.
Or she like lost track of him there.
at this point, I'm like 90% sure that's him. Like, all the
Okay.
method and
And yeah,
How about Esmeralda though? Can Esmeralda do the same thing?
yeah.
do you think Esmeralda would attack Vistani?
Unless there is
That's-
like a very good reason.
Like,
Or her
she-
her mind's
she-
manipulated in some way?
I mean, we know that Richter was here in Vallaki. I don't know if like the other could have done anything to him.
yeah, and he was nearby, and he has reason to kill Vistani.
Hmm. Okay.
Like,
Um,
because the Vistani trick, you know.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
kidnapping his son-in-law.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, he might also want to draw like the counters out or something with like with a lot of damage. Maybe to like.
Well, she managed to sneak in somewhat into the castle, so
Yes,
illusionary might hurt some of her skills or
we
stuff
don't know
like
the
that.
full extent of that.
Yeah, but just making assumptions.
So we are going to Crest or the old tower.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we can figure more about victims being in Villaki. Maybe Lydia knows something. I mean, he must have gotten the armor somehow, you know. She had to at least get into the Reformation Center, you know.
That is
Okay.
true.
Maybe there's something we can
Oh
figure
god. Wait, that music is very, very scary. There's something chasing after us. Whoa.
Who knows?
Yeah. Who knows? The Raven. Okay. There's that. Let me actually
still-
check that.
Did not even have time to check for the undead army to the east.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a whole undead army to the east, and that's like bottom of our list, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Zombie
don't worry,
apocalypse? That's fine.
They are just playing cards with each other.
Yeah. They're having a great time. They're playing volleyball like on the beach.
Maybe
or
they're on
something like-
vacation.
The head.
Oh, with a head.
Yeah.
Liam, you back?
I'm back.
Hey!
Yeah,
Yay!
Hey.
I got
I-
some warm tea.
Okay, good. Are you okay?
Yes.
Okay to continue? Yeah.
Yes. Yes. yes.
Okay, good, 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 good. I'm just making sure, okay? I care about you. Okay. You talk a bit back and forth about theories that you have running in circles in your own heads, about plans, about conspiracy theories, about your leads that you have found. But eventually you come up to the western gates of Vallaki. It's... Oh?
One more thing that I wanted to ask the group before we head into.
Be my guest.
Should we tell them what is gonna
About
happen if we don't get this thing solved?
No.
Mm,
I don't think they can really do anything against it, so it's probably best to.
yeah. And they've just, did a major thing. Another one might be too much for them.
Okay.
I just wanted to know your opinions
Yes.
before we head into the gates.
Does the Countess say that we have to bring him in, or just find out
Who's
who they are?
responsible? Yeah, then she will turn her anger towards that. Hopefully.
Fuck.
We have some time still.
I don't like this one bit. Well, I feel like we should at least tell Lady Vector. Yes, indeed, the Vistani did attack.
Yeah, I think the rest is necessary to be said. I
Okay,
mean,
let's
yeah,
l-
just
let's,
get there.
let's think of what we're gonna left out. What are we not telling them?
I mean, obviously, we would not know that they would happen to die at nightfall.
Yeah.
We do know that they have been talented fighters using the armor of the Valachians guards, and there have
Yeah.
only been a few very talented, and that they have caused severe damage to the Vistani and made them very angry.
Alright. Okay. That's good enough.
Alright. Approaching the western gates is very, very tense. Once again, the bows are up. They do not seem to recognize you, but after you like shout out who you are, eventually they oh, let me jump over this. There we go. They seem to recognize you and open the gates. Still, the western gates are in disarray. Still burned down houses, people weeping. There seems to be a family parts of the family who were able to escape from one house that's going through whatever remains of their old house, wondering how they're going to support themselves now. And all of that mayhem, Ernst pushes off against a alley and makes his way out into the street with his perpetual frown. So,
Yes, Lady Wächter.
she is very busy. There's a lot of stuff. And I have no more news for you, so you're gonna tell me what you found. I'm gonna tell you what you do next, and then I'm gonna run to Lady Wächter. As how
think
this is
Lady
going to
Wächter
work
has-
for us.
I think Lady Wächter has the time for us.
Well, let me be the judge of that. Because something else has happened. And she needs you over there. You seem you're very popular right now.
Another thing?
Yes.
Eastern Gate this time?
No, I guess you wish. Well, it has to do with the Eastern Gate. Well, Lydia escaped.
Of course.
How did you guys fuck that up?
Well, apparently, there's some voodoo mystical shit going on. Something quite different that we weren't, well, none of us thought. Well, it kind of makes
Might-
sense now in hindsight, does it not? But who would
Yeah.
have thought? The sweet Mrs. Lydia being the one
Yes.
to fuck with people's minds. Yeah, well,
I
It
tried to
happened.
tell you.
I fucking knew it. She's the other, isn't she?
I mean, who else?
Ah,
Anyway, so you're needed over there to find out what's really happening and perhaps find out where she's going. I don't know the fuck what you're able to do. But before that, tell me what you found out. I'm gonna run to Lady Walker. You're gonna run there, and then I'm gonna run back and then find out whatever you said. Like your whatever knowledge that you're having
The
right
Vistani
now.
were attacked. We're attacked
Fuck, but
by a
what?
few Valachian gods, at least in a tire of Valachian gods, but they have been beyond skilled. Apparently, in about half of the Vistani,
What the fuck?
including children. And we're talking about very, very angry Vistani right now.
After Isak's gone, like, I'm not really the brag kind of guy, but I'm probably the most martially gifted person around. After him.
No, I thought so too.
The
I-
gods
I-
are truly pathetic, if
yeah.
you haven't noticed.
But it still means somehow these people got hands on Valachian god armor.
So wait, so what you're telling me is that somebody took the uniform of the Valaki god and then
Yes.
massacred half of the Vistani camp.
Yeah.
Yes.
When? Yes, like...
Well, to be fair, most of the fighters were abroad at that moment. But still.
It happened during last night when all the Vistani fighters were occupying Velaki.
So either there's a secret organization of badass gods sent out on a kill mission to the Vistani camp,
Yeah. And not at the
or
Sun
there's
Festival.
some other kind of equally powerful organization who took the god armor and did the same deed.
Exactly.
This is absolutely fucked. How do you expect me
Is-
to believe this?
Well, I am sorry, but
You want
You'll
to see for
probably-
yourself?
Well, I
Probably
hope
getting
Lady
killed.
Wachter is not in the mood of killing the messenger. Well, here.
Yeah.
And he pushes his hand up across Leonard's kind of chest, where in his hand there's like a very... there's a note that has been... wrinkled?
Yeah.
That's the right word. Kind of... Yeah, well, wrinkled.
rolled up.
Less care than that. And he says, "Here, well, there's the address. Go there and find out whatever the weird conspiracy theories you're able to find over there."
Just one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
The guard armor, are they only in the Reformation Center, or are they all around Velaki, or...
3 places, right? You got the western gate, you got the eastern gate, and you got the Reformation Center, alright? Those 3 are kind of like barracks or forts or whatever. There's a smaller one, but it's kind of like more of a watchtower kind of deal at the south. But those are like the 3 main places where they store their equipment, sleep, that kind of shit.
Okay. Thank you. I
No
will
problem.
Find whatever the heck is in that address.
One more thing. Will you be able to provide us with some horse?
Horses? What the fuck would you need horses?
Traveling, of course.
You might need to
Right
be...
now?
Catching Lydia.
Oh, well, if there's anyone left, it's at the eastern gate.
Fucked. Alright.
It was trying to kill the ones that were here, well, they died in the fire.
And the good news will just keep coming.
Happy investigating. He accepts your report. Eager to bring the news to Lady Wachter. He kind of dons his hood over his constant disgruntled face, nods to you all, and then slinks into an alleyway between these 2 houses, not heading the normal path of where you would assume a normal person would take towards Wachter House. He leaves you standing a little bit in front of the church and the orphanage.
I'll check the note.
Yeah, hastily scribbled there is just an address of somewhere in southeast of Velaki.
Wait, if I have any idea of what that is, I'll head there.
Well, you can find out for sure. Your help with during the events of yesterday has certainly warmed you up to certain parts of the population. The temperature is slightly above 10 degrees when the sun climbs to an early forenoon. There's a slight western breeze that tickles your faces. It is not strong enough to disperse the mist that lurks around every corner. It never is. A constant reminder where you are and what has happened.
At least Leo's just trying to get to this place as fast as possible. He's trying to just not think about too much stuff and just keep going.
You're going
Yeah.
down this road here, past Tavern, past north where you go to Lady Wachter, and then onto the side street over here. And I get to reveal more parts of Velaki.
Wow. It's like nothing changed at all.
And yeah, exactly. But the address shows you to a very small, but solid house in southeastern. It's this little house here. It's a little bit too like sitting on its own. And outside that particular home, there's two guards who seem very, very tired, and the blonde,
Oh,
the blonde hair guy that you have
Son
seen
of
but never
Arasek.
gotten the name of, I think.
Yeah, we only know that he's like the son of Arasek.
Yes.
Or at least he was like with them.
Mm-hmm.
It happened.
And as soon as he sees you, he adopts a bit of a smile, and his hands become welcoming. Ah, the outsiders. Welcome.
What are we dealing with here?
Well, I have my suspicions, but from what I understand, you have somebody that is more skilled with certain things, with such things than I. And he nods in respect towards Sarx.
You do?
Inside you
Indeed.
will find 3 people. Well, 2, really. Dunya, Miro, and Vadim, except that Vadim is dead on the ground.
Lady Lydia did this? Oh, well, Lydia.
Well, I can go through what happened, or you can go immediately through and ask it out of the mouth of the 2 closest witnesses, which would be Dunya and Miro.
Oh, please, tell us what happened.
Alright, so 3 guards at this location, which is quite a lot considering everything that's been going on. There's not a lot of these guys left. And he points towards the guard that is on his side, kind of treating him like an object, right? So 3 was generous considering everything that's been going on. Miro was standing outside. Dunya and Miro and Vadim was outside. Dunya was inside with Lady Wachter. Then apparently they have a lapse of memory. Dunya awakes sometime later with a dead Vadim on the floor and bloody hands. She is standing just outside of the building. And Miro awakes by the eastern gates, together with all of the guards stationed there in a bit of a haze. There are horses missing, equipment missing, and no Lydia.
Lady Wachter was here when this happened, or did I misunderstand that?
No. Lady Wachter has been quite busy this morning, as I'm sure you have been as well.
Alright, let's get in.
By the way, I hope the Vistani aren't going batshit crazy and killing us all. And they have a good reason for what they did this morning.
Let's talk about this another moment, shall we? Let's focus on this.
Alright. And let me stay here in perpetual crisis of what's going to happen to Alaki. Sure.
I'll just head in.
Alright. You step into, it's quite a modest, once again, a very modest home, but solid. It's not much inside. You're basically walking into what is a very small dining room, living room, and a kitchen. Kind of this little bit of a larger kind of room, then a smaller hallway in the back that leads off to sealed parts. And sitting there in the kind of kitchenette kind of area with her head in her hands is who you assume to be Dunya, the female guard, with brown hair kind of up in a ponytail, but it seems very messy, and her eyes a little bit puffy. Leaning against the wall is a kind of average looking guard with blonde hair, a bit of freckles over his nose, a little bit of grayish eyes. He's just leaning against the wall with his arms in a cross, looking quite introspective. And then on the ground, covered by a white linen sheet, is some kind of figure.
Hello.
Both kind of look up as the door opens, and you say hello to them. Miro seems to only nod, and Dunya says, "Oh, thank the money lord that you're here. Perhaps you can get me out of this mess, please. Do whatever you have to do, ask whatever questions, this is not my fault, I assure you."
Okay.
Sure.
Calm down.
Starrick, so you wanna start your thing while we interrogate these people?
Yes, of course. And again, detect magic as a ritual.
Okay.
All right, so let's get through. We heard a quick rundown of what happened, but maybe a refresher from your perspective and some more exact details would be nice.
I mean, sure, I've already said everything. So I was inside here, right? I was to keep an eye on Lydia. Well, I wasn't supposed to be in her bedroom, but sitting here around, making sure that she did not do anything funny, right? Which is not funny when you think about it in an afterthought. And I was just sitting around doing nothing at all, and then just Lydia turned to me and said something about how it would be better if Vadim wasn't here, and then I was just blank. I promise, and I never drink on the job, alright?
No, clearly you were
It
manipulated.
might be the stress, it might be the pressure, I didn't sleep much this night, perhaps that might make me black out, but I promise you, I did not do this by purpose.
We believe you. You have seen the mobs
Thank the money lord.
fighting against you.
I need this job, I need this job so much, please.
Calm down. Take a hand on her shoulder. I'm sure you're a capable fighter, and they need you in your ranks. This is not your fault for whatever happened.
Oh, thank you.
She is
Thank you for saying
probably
that.
more powerful than was anticipated.
She kind of turns a little bit ash and gray at that, looks away, scared of what might have been.
So, her bedroom. This is you kept her here. Was she in chains or tied to the bed, or what was the situation?
Well, she had manacles and she was indeed tied to the bed, but she woke up. She had breakfast, made herself breakfast. I just watched her as she had breakfast, and then Molby and Vadim did, and then I just said everything just goes black.
And you look to the other person.
Officer Miro. Pleasure to meet you, sir.
What's your story here? You woke up at the Eastern Gate?
My orders were to watch the house from afar, to make sure that nobody would come in and take out any personal revenge against Lady Lydia, and help Vadim and Dunya if she would try to run. I saw Lady Lydia exit the house with her traveling clothes and her backpacks packed with the personal effects that she was allowed to keep from the mansion. I immediately approached. My plan was to confront her if she wasn't, of at least what I know, authorized to leave. And then everything went black for me as well. And I awoke with many of my brothers and sisters that still remain as the Eton guests woke up from this kind of stupor and looked around and realized that something very, very terrible had happened. That's my story, sir.
So you just saw her walk out and you were like, huh, be fine, I'll just walk up to her. Instead of...
I did rush up, sir, but as soon as she started talking to me,
Didn't you have a bow?
from what I understand, it was Lady Walker's intention to interrogate Lady Lydia before she died. So I attempted
Yeah, but
to
you can
do...
make someone not run away without killing them. Sure. It is what it is now. And these other people, these other guards at the Eastern Gate, they've been confused as well. Did they see you coming with this? Did they tell you anything, what you did or something?
Yes, well, what I heard from them is that they saw me and Lady Lydia approach. Apparently I was carrying a lot of equipment, hidden within some kind of rucksacks. And when the captain of the Eastern Gates approached Lady Lydia to confront her, then everybody at the Eastern Gates blacked out.
Shakes his head. Ah, funny. All right. Great. And Dunya, you didn't see her leave. With Lady Vakta, with Lydia, I mean. She was just still in here, I assume.
Yes. That's at least the story that she says. I promise, this is what happened. I woke up from kinds of slumber, like the back of my head hurts. Perhaps she knocked me out, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, clearly she made all of you to do what she wanted. No one seemed to be even any sort of careful around her. So that's where we're at now. Guess we gotta look at Vadim, just in case.
Lifting up the linen sheet, indeed there's a male guard on the ground with a coagulated, like, spear wound to the stomach.
Yeah. I look to the rest of the group. Frustrated and angry.
Well, from Victor's note. Oh, sorry.
I'm just gonna point in for Neo, so Neo can join in the conversation. Starix, your detect magic goes off. And this time I will not have you roll for any residual magic because it's quite obvious and it's happened within like a couple of hours. There's quite heavy residual pinkish energy around Dunya, Vadim, and Miro.
Of course, he's the other.
Yeah.
It's my fault. I should have
No,
Please.
it's fine.
I should have
Fine.
backed it up more.
Enchantment magic, correct, Sterak?
You guessed it.
It was so
Oh.
obvious. We knew it days before this.
And we didn't did anything. We just let her go. And probably also the main
Became
culprit
that
of
easily
everything.
charmed than these gods.
It's fine.
It's not fun.
Worrying about what you haven't done is nothing but a waste of time. Think about what you can do now and in the future. We can. And do you think that at that moment would Lady Vector just be happy with our choice of violence? There was a lot of options and factors that affect our judgment, correct? We all hate Lydia. We hate the entire Vlakovic family.
Well, anything else we need from these people here?
No, well, I, I think that the case is pretty close. They got charm or casted enchantment on by Lydia and did what they did.
Well, I guess we head to the Eastern Gate then.
And I imagine this we are talking this out those guy earshot, like the guy
Yeah.
in the house.
Maybe sometimes when I get louder, they hear it, but otherwise not.
Okay, so you move out of earshot of them?
Yeah.
Okay, so you probably have to step out because it's a very small house. Meaning that you're
Yeah,
in the Arsec boy's kind of eyesight, but out of hearing.
Could we go into her bedroom, Lydia's bedroom?
Sure, but the walls are kind of thin.
Yeah, I mean we can talk within eyesight of that, you know.
Yeah,
that
no, I
guy.
wanted to go in the bedroom anyway because we can at least like take a look, I guess. Maybe with Styrex, she can see like if there's some.
Yeah, so there's
She's-
anything apart from those two, anything?
Yeah, maybe there's
Around the
someone in the
place?
bedroom. Maybe she did some weird stuff there, called someone or whatever.
Inside of the bedroom, what you see from a first glance is very, very tidy, and it's like basically nothing in there.
And no magic.
No magic.
I think that we can kill two birds with one stone here. The eastern gate is closer to the lake, correct?
Eastern Gate.
Yes.
Well, I think the northern gate is the closest to the lake. The eastern gate is.
But think about it. Other than like, where could she go, right? Other than back to village of Barovia or even passing Castle Ravenloft, she can only go to.
Yeah, I actually think both the eastern gate and the northern gate are not too far from the lake.
And there's a small chance that it could be, but I think I might have an idea of what happened. Like, what really happened? Think about it. Yes, there could be people in and out, but we have certain clues here. We know that Richten was in Valaki. We know that just during these days, one of the few people that left Valaki was Rictavio. Rictavio even gave Saul the door, which also there were a strange man that gave the Vistani another door. Sighting of people in different sizes, but only one of them. I guess I shouldn't have ruled out the possibility of that old man knowing how to use some disguise magic. So here's my theory without any concrete proof. Rictavio might be an accomplice with Richten. Might
Mhm.
even be Richten himself.
The names are pretty similar, at least.
Mhm.
That
Go on.
he used his plan to lure out the Vistani fighters to Valaki so that he can himself get rid of well, their the Vistani that was left behind. And he made an attempt to pitch the Vistani against the Valakian for distraction to buy him time. He might have a hatred towards the Vistani, but I think that he might be having a bigger goal here. Because at our heart we are monster hunter. And which is the biggest monster in Barovia?
Are you telling me
Sure,
that
but-
this is the same objectives as Mother Meva told us?
The same what?
The same goal?
Well, our goal might be a bit more. There's a bit more nuance to our goal.
Well, that's
We seek to lift the cursed. Richten might seek to just kill the countess.
I mean, yeah.
There are
You said
ways. Yes.
you said that Lydia and Richten working together, right?
No. This is completely unrelated to Lydia.
You sure?
They might meet along the way, but Richten is.
Well, I'm saying, I don't know. I don't really know your mentor, but this still seems like drastic measures for anyone with a heart. And
Well,
I feel like it's not impossible that Lydia, just abused the wishes of Richten wanting to get revenge on
I do
the
not
whole
think
situation.
Lydia is related to. Well, at the very least, before this whole event happening, I do not think that Lydia has any connection to Richten.
Well, it's just so that Richten
That's-
still needed to find the doll somewhere. He needed to have access to
Well,
some place where maybe he intervened when the toys were delivered, but that would have mean he would have needed to know about the toys in general. Like he wouldn't need to be needed some
He
knowledge, right?
could have known about the toys from Blinsky.
I don't know.
From
I
Lady
definitely think
Baxter.
that it's a good call that Richten and Rictavio are the same person.
And I'm not saying that we should rule out the possibilities of Richten working together with Lydia, but this is just going off the knowledge I have from him. He's not.
Rictavio was the one person that was, a newcomer here.
Yes, exactly. And I think that he has a good motivation to disguise himself.
Yeah, for sure. If he can do that, then he should, because the Countess is looking for him.
Exactly. And maybe that's why Ezzy was not able to spot him. Because he was just in Valaki.
Maybe.
So I feel like our next stop should be the tower, and then we can go to Crest if you guys wish to do so. And of course,
Let
we are not
Lydia.
ruling out the fact that Lydia and Rigdon is working together. That's why I said to go to the tower, because that would make sense if they work together. That would be some sort of home base. Because if you look at the map, the only place, at least in my opinion, that Lydia could have gone is either to, well, to the south, to the south, oh, sorry, not south, to the northwest. So, the lake, the forest, or crest.
Lydia
And I,
exited the eastern gate.
Yeah, Eastern Gate. So she would be the
Mhm.
closest, probably, to the windmill.
yeah, but I'm going off the logic of like,
Yeah, but
if
wouldn't
she
she just use the Northern Gate if she wanted to go anywhere there? I mean, there was no reason. And the Northern Gate is even less protected than the Eastern Gate.
yeah, but it's the closest one, right?
No, the Northern Gate is probably. I guess the Eastern Gate is pretty close compared to the Northern. They're not
The
that.
Yeah.
closest, but the
Yeah.
north would be the second.
But if she just, you know, I don't think it would have been that big of a deal. I
But
guess maybe
yeah,
walking past
yeah.
Martha's house, maybe a little bit scary, but
But and Daphne was saying, and if she went back to where the windmill or Castle Ravenloft or village of Barovia was, then I do not think that she is more worth pursuing compared to our original ordeal that we have to deal with.
yeah, I mean, I'm just saying it's not impossible that the other was a Knight Apostle. Or something along those lines, maybe.
Possibly.
But maybe
And-
that's a little bit too far-fetched.
I mean,
I don't
if she is one of the knight sister or apostle or whatever, then that make it even harder for us to touch them, isn't it?
Yeah. No, that is true. Well, let's at least check the Eastern Gate.
Yes.
Maybe you can track something, get some horses, stuff like that.
We need to pick our fight carefully, because at the end of the day, we are just some people. We cannot.
Yeah, that's why I
to-
don't know if it's smart to go to a location that you presume they would be at. You know?
Well, think of this: the tower can be on the way to Crest, and if we can find Ezzy there, then good.
All right.
Well,
First of all,
to the Eastern
you
Gate.
you exit the house and come upon, Adrian, who is standing outside of it with an expectant look on his face. So,
Adrian.
oh, the Arsec boy. Sorry, that slipped.
Yeah,
Adrian?
No, I thought so. I
Adrian?
thought so.
Adrian? Where?
Yeah.
Oh,
Adrian, where?
Self-insert.
he looks expectantly at you.
What do you want us to? What do you want to hear?
It's nothing to do but what I want to hear. It's everything to do if you found something new.
Well, I mean, she enchanted the gods and got them to release her and let her leave through the Eastern Gate.
Through the enchantment magic.
Yeah.
Yes?
Exactly.
Yes.
As I thought.
Just like I said.
At least it's confirmed. None of us is able to cast this, well, I know of it in practice, but, not in practice. This, ability to see and identify magical traces. I would kill to be able to learn from you, Miss Styrex.
There's enough dead people already.
Quite so.
Well, you seem to be able to do some magic at least. Somehow.
At least, well, it took some time through the book club that I was invited to.
Interesting. It's just something you learn manually, or something that was learned by you with a little help?
Well, all of us had certain talents. Other people were tried. But only me, Nasli, Florin, and Rorica seem to have the actual talent to being able to do it. It's quite exciting. I wonder what's the extent of my talent if I only had the access of more knowledge. I kind of look towards Dyrx with a kind of longing kind of gaze.
It can be both great and a curse. Just beware of what you get into.
Everything around there is a curse, so what is another one?
Don't get burned.
And even myself, I'm slowly turning that curse into a normal thing now.
Well, if you ever want to have a guest lecture or something in that line, then you're warmly welcome at the Wachter Book Club.
That will be lovely, but
I understand. So that's everything I can report from you. Anything else? Do you know where she went?
Well, obviously not from here. We have to go to these engages, find that out.
Alright. Well,
There's
I
some
will bring what you
running
know
goes.
to Lady Wachter, and if you know anything else, well.
Indeed.
He nods, and he and the two guards kind of move towards Lady Wachter as you turn towards the eastern gate.
Yeah.
Eastern Gate.
Eastern Gate. You only walk for like 2-3 minutes. Like you exit the little bend, and you come out on the main road. You're close to the Arasek stockyard when it happens. Once again, you are deafened by thousands of shrieks as black dots fill the sky.
Is it nightfall already?
It's King Illusion again, I think.
They gather up in a great cluster in the middle of Valaki. So you kind of watch it a little bit from the side, since you're a little bit towards the east of it.
Maybe something else.
Oh, we do not have time to deal with this right now.
And then like a face crashes through the surface of the water that is made off of these bats. The facial features of Stradan Javonstarovich, made up of bats, pierce down on the town below her. The people around you have all their faces transfixed on the spectacle above in absolute horror. And then a voice that is loud, echoing everywhere, strangely Stradangia, but also distorted. I am Lord and Law here, and I will not suffer any incursions against me, whatever their form. Valakians, you took the lives that were not yours to take. There are no monsters, only foolish sons, fathers, and kings that think they can usurp my reign by unleashing their ambition on my Vistani. There will be more dead tonight. Unless the true culprit of these attacks step forward, then each household in Valaki is to sacrifice one of their own and display them outside of their door from dusk till dawn. If you comply with my conditions, I will leave you and your kin at peace. But if you refuse, I will glut the maw of death until it be satiated with the blood of your families. Terror answers terror. Blood answers blood. You brought this upon yourself. The bats, the sword, and the soul, the faces redundant into a formless cloud once more. A cloud that takes up towards the east and soon disappears on the horizon. What is left is a dreadful silence that seemingly hangs over the whole town for many moments after the event. And then, like an explosion, the cries and panic erupt everywhere around you as people drop whatever they're doing to rush home or to the nearest harbor of safety that could possibly offer some respite, but all of it in vain.
Oh God.
Let's go. Come on.
Yeah. Everybody's just. I'm too tired for this shit.
Daphne just look back at the party. Come on.
Yes.
Do not have time for this.
Go.
Alright, we continue traveling towards the eastern gate. It's a bit of a flood that you have to go past as there's mayhem around you. People are shouting, crying, clambering around. A woman to your side simply takes up her child in her arms and books it home. A baker to the other side immediately ends their business for the day, packing up their roadside tables and chairs. A couple owning a whole house of the street immediately brings up planks through which they hammer over the windows. The shouts call out for loved ones, to the Morning Lord, to Mercy, and also to Lady Wachter. And a small stream of scared and angry Valakians starts to head to the north. But you, I guess, continue towards the eastern gates.
Yeah.
Oh, anything you want to talk about until then?
No. Just kind of like.
When you arrive, the Eastern Gate situation is quite confused. There seems to be some people who seem to want to exit Vallaki, who have like backpacks on their with them and like very, very rudimentary kind of camp materials, who are like pushing up against the guards, who are like keeping them back, saying no one is allowed to exit Vallaki. We don't know what dangers lurks outside. You're safer inside, a kind of ordeal. One of the guards recognizes you from the battle yesterday and gives you like a questioning look while sweat is pouring down their brow.
Can we approach them, or is there too many people?
You might be able to approach them in like a few minutes after like trying to break away from their duties and step to the side, but you will have to be a bit patient. Alright, you wait until able break to the side. There's a little bit of a younger girl, a little bit shorter, like a sandy blonde kind of deal going on with her, and she immediately says, what can I do? Are you here to help us?
Yes, in a way.
Oh, perfect. This
Lydia.
seems crazy. What? Lydia? Oh, yeah, that was happened earlier today. Oh god, that's terrible too.
We need some horses to go after her. Can you spare some?
Special.
Two would be enough.
Two would be enough? Really?
Yeah, maybe 3.
We can share, right?
I don't know.
How much do you have?
Well, 3 horses were taken this morning by Lydia herself.
Ah, of course.
So I don't know how many. Oh, no, ma'am, you're not allowed to do this. Oh, God. I need to go and talk to the captain about it. I'm not just allowed to give out horses.
Yes, please.
Well,
1 second.
3 horses. Lydia got 3
And
horses.
we should also maybe make 3 horses while being alone when leaving. Maybe 1 for having all the stuff that they gave her. But I don't think it's that much. That you need
Or
an extra horse.
use the extra horse to push yourself further.
Yeah,
She
or
wants to
pick
get
someone
away as
else up.
far as possible.
Yeah.
That could be also.
Or horses for someone else, exactly.
It might be also made clear that these horses could be also be useful in finding the actual culprit. That might get them a little bit more moving here.
It takes the female guard you've been talking to the better part of 5 minutes to get back to the captain that's kind of in the middle of all of this. The wave of people that is trying to push towards the gate. Everybody make me a perception composure.
Perception?
Perception. Composure. Yes.
Yep. Our party is very composing.
Yeah, I mean right now
Oh,
Leo is
God.
not composed, so
Oh, that's a stab in my heart.
Still, Cyrix is the one with the head on her
Yeah.
shoulders.
The reasonable one.
Cyrix, in a alleyway just to the northwest of you, you see Rictavio mentions for you to come closer.
Rictavio.
Excuse?
Rick Tavio is there?
Starbucks will actually just like trying to drag Leo with her
Okay.
towards
Hey, where are you guys going?
shut up and go.
Yeah.
Who's Starks? I
Okay.
didn't know
Alright.
you had it in you.
He dips behind the corner and you kind of have to follow. You see Cyrix Rictavio's like half of his figure turn a corner. And you will have to follow down the alleyway into another kind of like turn.
Yeah. And this like the whole party following him, right?
Yeah.
You see me being dragged.
Yeah.
Be like, okay.
I guess just Starbucks stops like, just continue there.
Sure.
At that point, the sound of the gates kind of lower down a little bit, since you're a little bit in the outskirts. And there, in another kind of tight alleyway between 2 houses, you see the backside of Rictavio, who slowly turns around and looks at you all with a very serious look on his face.
I thought you were gone of Balaki.
I'll have like a hand on my rapier.
Yeah. Daphne has hand on her weapons as well.
Yeah, ready my crossbow.
He looks at you all very slowly, very deliberately, takes you all in, and then with a very steady gaze, Rictavio reaches up one hand to the air far above his head. There he grabs onto something. With a ludicrously simple flick of his wrist, a veil of illusion follows with it. Instead of the nondescript, half-elven man with brownish hair and brownish eyes, an almost 2-meter athletic Earth-Genasi stands before you, looking like a one-man army. A breastplate covers his chest, for which is half covered again by a leather frock. Around his hips is a hand axe, rapier, short sword, and throwing daggers. On his back is a strange and heavy crossbow. Over his chest and on his belt are several compartments filled with Boreas knows what. Looking up to his face again, a strong angular feature meets you, short and spiky hair, with several brown horns, thin and long eyes with a deep color of amber. Eyes that could probably stare down all the monsters and depravity of this world and not ever flinching. You're all correct in your assumptions about my identity. Now, when that detail has been taken care of, let us focus on the matter at hand, shall we, Daphne?
What?
Why?
You have to explain yourself. Right now, right here.
Leo, let me take this, please. Why? I understand that you have vendetta against the Vistani, but there were children.
You would think that at first, but the extensive research that I have committed myself to this last couple of weeks have shown otherwise. They're bred soldiers. It's better to put them down, considering what heinous acts that they're forced to do by simply nature of their birth.
You take in Esmeralda. What about our companion, Soul here? Are you gonna take him down too?
If that is what's necessary, yes. Esmeralda is an exception. And even so,
Oh, now
I
we're
kept
having
a
exceptions.
close eye on her if she would ever fall.
Oh, so all the other kids, they had no chance of ever being like Esmeralda, huh? You just
No.
made the choice for them that they're supposed to be dead because they, I don't know, could be a problem for you. Seems to be all.
Do you
That is the
know,
reasoning.
Leo, do you know what kind of pain Esmeralda goes through every day being severed from what she was supposed to have her whole life?
I'll find out because Soul did the same choice,
Really?
and so could have anyone else.
I applaud you for that mental fortitude, but I'm also sorry for the pain that it will cause. Either way,
What is your plan? What is your bigger goal here? Why do you reveal yourself to us?
my plan was, of course, trying to eradicate the lackeys of Stradania so she wouldn't be able to find food outside of this valley by removing the hand that feeds her. They turned out to be a little bit more hard to kill than I first thought, so perhaps a few more sieges is necessary. However, I was mistaken in her love of them. This reaction of killing one of each family member of these Wallachians was quite extreme. I thought she was more cold-hearted than that. And with the Vistani numbers down, killing her own livestock seems very illogical. But here we
I
are.
thought you made your research, and you did not know that that is how she reacts. And you still decided to take on Valachian armor for no reason. Could have been anyone. Nah, it's pretty obvious that something weird is going on anyway. That one person, or someone that like only seen in one, is so powerful to just kill a bunch of Valachian, the Vistanis.
I thought that she would come to this conclusion as well, and then triple her attempts to hunt me down. But no. This is very much an emotional response. And
Yeah, that is what she does. Always.
You also need to realize, Leonard, that those Vistani was... They have committed heinous acts over the years.
I know.
I will profess that this has a personal angle for me. But it's not only my son that has fallen into the clutches of the lies and the silver tongues of this Vistani, and then brought upon silver platters to the mouth of this countess of the old empress.
You're any better, huh? Instead of bringing the kids to someone, you just killed them.
No, I am not better. I am also a killing machine, a monster that should die. I shouldn't be a part of this world. But before
agree
I
on something.
die, I can make something useful of my talents. Is it not so, Daphne?
You
Yeah,
see
it's
Daphne kind of
usefulness.
like pause at that. She just take a deep sigh and does not answer to that, and just, like I said, what is your goal? Taking down the countess? By what?
Obviously.
So far, your usefulness has been the death of a bunch of Valakians.
Alright,
No?
so there's 3 paths before us. 1. We leave Valaki behind, all of us, and we share notes. We gather any allies that we can find beyond this Valaki, and we prepare for an assault in whatever way we found the best chances of victory against the Countess. 2. We stand and fight together. Take down whatever this undead army that she has stationed in the east. Take our bets against it and deal a very heavy blow against her defenses. And then we go on to plot whatever further steps we want to take against her. 3rd, we all succumb to our bleeding hearts. Well, you succumb to your bleeding hearts to save these Valakians and give me up to her. Because if I'm not mistaken, Leo, you have a bit of a special relationship with her.
I don't know.
More than a consort. Is it not so?
I don't think I'm giving you any information about anything.
That's stupid. But okay.
That's stupid? Sure.
Yes,
Like
it
it.
is.
Yeah.
A
Totally
very
makes sense.
emotional response once again.
Oh, and you're so cool and above any emotion. I get it.
Daphne
get
will
it.
take a deep breath and just like, how much do you know about the undead hordes? What are our chances?
Honestly, 50-50. People will die nonetheless. Too many for us to kill before any other kind of bloodshed takes place. But before the end of the night, we might have crippled it enough to make it retreat.
Could have just played it slow, you know? Would have been a lot easier than this.
It was a perfect opportunity that I could not let slip.
Yeah, great job you did.
I think so
Forcing
too.
him.
Thank you.
Forcing us into this stupid situation. Any knowledge about Ezzy? She was looking for you after all.
Essie?
Yes, she was.
She was looking for me. Outside of the
Easy.
myths.
No, here. She went to the tower.
Ah,
Hmm.
That's not ideal.
Why?
Because I wished for her to not be a part of all of this. It was just
well, for some reason,
served to hurt
she
her
really likes
further.
you, so that's why she came.
And I thought she trusted me and my authority enough to stay away.
Sometimes
Well, she also wanted to help you.
She's at a tower, you say.
indeed.
Well, as a loose thread we gotta take care of. So, 3 choices. I am certainly outnumbered. What is the answer? I know that I have done something extreme even for me.
Just stupid.
Leo, please.
So I accept whatever is your verdict. But if you do decide that my life, no matter the poor decisions I have done with it, is higher than these Valakians, at least one family member of each of these Valakians, unless they do not agree with the terms, then you
As
would
much-
have gained a legendary monster hunter. And Daphne knows. She knows how much I can help.
As much as I hate to admit it, this person right here is gonna increase our chance to find a way to achieve our goal.
Can't beat her.
But at what cost?
There will always be cost. I just
The
would
only reason why I'm even thinking about this is because you and Ezzy seem to like the guy at least somewhat.
like is a strong word. But unlike your words, Leo, as much as it's disgusted me, his action always have logics behind it.
Well, I think this is the first time he acted out then. This was not planned out well at all. I
If
think.
we leave Valaki, where's the next destination?
Well, one destination we have to go is the temple.
I'm asking Richter.
Mm.
Sorry.
And I didn't say that if Daphne was looking at him, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I see. We take out her allies one after the other, starting with the Knight Apostles. There's also something strange going on with it. I had rumors of places of power. There's also rumors of some kind of spell casting mad person who's been shooting lightning bolts into the lake to catch fish on the slopes of Baratok.
Immediately
We heard
look at
about them.
Cyrax.
We heard about them.
And
Yes,
then
I know.
indeed there's some kind of strange temple up by Mount Gakis. I say we be surgical. take down her foundation, and then go for the artery.
There's one thing that means losing Balaki.
And that is.
Looks at Leon Dabney. We don't get the knowledge of blue. And it's, my opinion, quite important at this point.
The knowledge
I'm
of
not-
blue.
Not sure that. I'm not sure that's really gonna be helpful, unfortunately.
I will propose an alternative option. Right now, I'll just say this. I do not want to turn you in. But that's for me. And just kind of look back at the party. Your decisions are yours to me. I already made mine. But before we decided to stay and fight the undead or left Valaki behind, I feel like we should decide that based on what information we have been able to gather.
And what knowledge do you have of Lydia? The whole thing. You seem to did you research at least in some spaces?
Considering that she worked at the Reformation Center often, I had heavy suspicions. Then considering her actions today, I think it's rather clear-cut. The question is where her son went, but I think you have something to do with that.
Unfortunately, yes.
Well,
So, do we agree or not to share our notes first and then decide?
We have until nightfall. What is your decision of my fate? And with that, we're going to end tonight's episode of Curse of Our Torment. Woo!
Oh, fucking A. Decisions.
silence.
Why is it? Why hard? Fucking decision.